think that when the top 1/10 now owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%, we got some other choices that we can make. And I think that choice is to tell the billionaire class and the corporations, well, that is one way to phrase it. I myself am constrained. I can't quite phrase it like that, but that's not bad. You get to the point very succinctly. I like it. And I will not repeat what the gentleman just said. But it's something with F off. I don't know what it was. But our job is to not only think outside of the box, it is to break through that box. And not accept the options that the big money interests want us to consider. For example, if we are the wealthiest country in the history of the world, if we have multi-millionaire hedge fund operators who pay an effective, i.e. real tax rate lower than many of what you pay, if we have large multinational corporations making billions of dollars a year in profit, and then stashing their profits in the Cayman Islands and in other tax havens, and at the end of a given year, not paying a nickel in federal taxes, you know what? We got other options other than cutting Social Security and Medicare. So I say to the billionaire class that we are going to fight for a moral economy, and that moral economy means we are going to effectively address the grotesque level of income and wealth inequality that now exists, and that we are going to ask the wealthiest people in this country to start paying their fair share of taxes. And this campaign is listening to young people. And again, when you think outside of the box, listen to what young people are saying. They're saying, Bernie, you know, we listen to our parents, we listen to our teachers, we listen to our community, and we did what everybody told us was the right thing to do, and it is the right thing to do. Go out and get the best education that you can. And yet, when we go out and get the great education that we need, we're ending up $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 in debt. And young people are asking, why are we being punished for doing what we should be doing, getting an education? And in a rational economy, there is no answer to that question. Young people are absolutely right. Our job is to encourage people to get all of the education they can, because, as you all know, we are living in a highly competitive global economy. We need the best educated workforce. And that is why I believe we have got to do two things. Number one, we have got to recognize that 40 or 50 years ago, you had a high school degree. You went to public school, first grade through 12th grade, you got a high school degree. You know what? You were in pretty good shape. You can go out, you can get a good job, and make it into the middle class. Well, guess what? The world has changed. The economy has changed. Technology has changed. Education has changed. People today need more education. And that is why I believe that when we talk about public education, today it's not just first grade through 12th grade. We have got to make public colleges and universities tuition free. And we also have got to lower student debt in this country by allowing people the right to get the lowest, to refinance their debt with the lowest interest rates they can find. Well, people say, Bernie, you're Santa Claus, you're giving away free tuition, public colleges and universities, you're going to lower student debt, how are you going to pay for it? I will tell you how we're going to pay for it. We're going to pay for it through a tax on Wall Street speculation. When Wall Street's greed and illegal behavior nearly destroyed this country and our economy, against my vote, the Congress bailed them out. Now it is Wall Street's time to help the working families of this country. This campaign is listening to our brothers and sisters in the Latino community. There are 11 million undocumented people in this country. They deserve comprehensive immigration reform and a path toward citizenship. This campaign is listening to the African American community. And I have been all over this country. I have been in Flint, Michigan, talking to parents whose children were poisoned by lead in the water. I've been in Detroit, Michigan, where their public school system is on the verge of collapse. I've been in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which has the highest rate of poverty of almost any city in America. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where you see acres and acres of city boarded up. I have been all over this country, and what the African American community is telling me is, how come we have enough money to rebuild the infrastructures of Iraq and Afghanistan, but not the inner cities of America? We have youth unemployment in inner cities of America of 40 or 50%. And my response is that yes, we are going to change our national priorities. Instead of investing in jails and incarceration for our young people, we're going to invest in jobs and education. I want the young people in this country to learn the skills to rebuild their communities, to build affordable housing, not to rot in jail cells. This campaign is listening to a people whose pain is almost never heard, and that is our brothers and sisters in the Native American community. Everybody here knows that before this country became a country, when the first settlers first came here, the Native American people were lied to, cheated, and treaties they negotiated were broken. We owe the Native American people a debt of gratitude we can never repay. They have taught us so much. And among so many other things, they have taught us a very profound lesson that we must learn. And that is that as human beings, we are part of nature. We must live with nature. And if we continue to destroy nature, we are ultimately destroying the human species. Which takes me to another enormously important, not only American issue, but global issue. I am a member of the U.S. Senate Committee on the Environment. I have talked to scientists all over our country and all over the world. And here is the simple truth. Climate change is real. Climate change is caused by human activity, and climate change is already causing devastating harm in our country and around the world. And it is beyond my comprehension that not one Republican candidate for president, starting back when they had, 15, 20 of them, that virtually none of them was prepared to come forward and tell the American people what the scientists are virtually unanimous in understanding. When you have a major political party rejecting science, we got some real serious problems in this country.